Fading perspective, expected, so accepted. Residential basketball genius that never touches a basketball. Let's get right into this. Russell Westbrook calls out fans again. They ain't changing, Russell.
Explain what you were hearing, what happened.
From here, I mean, it's unfortunate. Fans think they can say whatever they want. I'm not going to say it now because it's not appropriate, but I'm just protecting myself. That's about it. You know what I'm saying? Too much else I can explain on that, but just unfortunate fans think they can get away with saying anything, and I won't allow it. I've took a lot of, people saying anything and, getting away with it, but I won't stand for it.
What perspective do you have if this has happened already before over the years?
I don't know. I think, a lot of it is, people know, and it's unfortunately very protected. I just really hope whatever rules are in place, it takes a while for whether it's security of the arenas or whatever that may be to go and tell fans to get out, but, fans kind of have the right of way. They kind of say whatever they want, but like I told you, any disrespect to me, my family, I won't allow it.
What do you think of the security response, and does the NBA need to change some rules here to prevent these situations?
I don't know. I'm not sure, but I just the only thing I would ask is just I understand fans are enjoying the game and feeling up to whatever that may be. I guess they feel they can kind of say whatever, but this is our job. This is something that we go out and compete to do. Enjoy the game, but all the negativity, the negative comments about family and things of that nature, I would kind of stay away from. But anything else, kind of say what they want. But for me personally, like I said, I'm just trying to go out and compete and play hard as I can. And anything as pertains to my family or myself, I won't stay for it.
Did they specifically say something about your family?
I'm not going to speak on it, like I said, because that's not appropriate. But like I said, if I'm responding, it's the reason I'm responding. And I'll protect that always. It's a little different now. I tell people, man, like when I was first starting the league, maybe not so much. I used to get into it a little bit, but now having kids and understanding how important it is, not just myself, but my last name, understanding what Westbrook means, understanding how important that is to, my dad, my grandfather, my family. It's very important. It's something I stand on, and respect is a big thing that I value. So the moment that line gets crossed, I won't allow it no more. I stood for it for years, and now my son is old enough to know what's going on and understanding. Hey, asking me, hey, Dad, what does that mean? What's that? I gotta stand on it, and regardless of where I'm at, what's going on, I'm always stand on that.
All right.
It's a tough spot for Russell. It's a tough spot for Russell Westbrook, and I get it. I just don't see how you can stop that. Like, I've never been someone to boo my own team, my own players, and I've seen when they booed Barry Bonds. I've seen when they booed certain players. I've just never been a guy that has done that. I don't think anyone can understand what it feels like to be Russell Westbrook right now. It's not the first time he's talked about this. It's not the first time he's made an announcement like this. I'm not gonna tolerate all this, And that's tough, man, because I get the frustration, but it's like part of the game. Like imagine what other players had to go through. And I'm not saying it's okay at all, but we're talking about the reality of things. This is what happens, right? Even with the big issue was other people calling Russell Westbrook, changing his name, Russell Westbrook, and him taking it as a level of disrespect, taking it that personal, and just not being able to get out of that reaction is tough for him. he also plays that way. You understand? A lot of how players play on that court has to do with their personality, I believe. The same way you respond to things in life, I think, I think the same things happen on that court in a lot of ways. And if you aren't able to figure out a way to just take a breath and go, okay, I'm not the first person to go through this. No way possible. There's been a billion people on planet Earth. We've had different levels of stress throughout the history of mankind. That is nowhere near the top, right? Top is life or death. Top is life or death every single day. So I don't know if this route has worked for Russell Westbrook. That's the bottom line when you're dealing with a stress like this, because it's clearly stressing him out. But for me, a lot of things seem to stress Russell Westbrook out. On that basketball court, off the basketball court. And it's not about the issue or the hurdle that's in front of you. It's about how you're handling it, period. And we have to hold ourselves accountable in that way. Because if you repeat the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result, we know what the definition of that is. He's gone through a tough time in his NBA career, going from the Wizards into the Lakers and staying in LA with the Clippers, really after being waived by the Jazz, where he said he would stay. He would have signed and continued to play with them had they not waived him. And that was a stadium where he had a big issue with a fan that was very public. I vote everyone can watch Russell Westbrook play and easily just root for him. He's just too dynamic. And I've always said he had GOAT level potential. GOAT level potential. Russell Westbrook has always GOAT level potential. You wake up with that ability at 14, 15 years old out of nowhere. At 18 years old, you wake up and you can do what Russell Westbrook does. You're going to feel like a god. You're going to get on the basketball court and feel like a god. I don't understand what people don't see. So everything else has to be mental. There's no way around it. There's emotional intelligence, awareness. All of this has to do with your IQ. How are you responding and reacting? How are you critically responding and reacting to your responses and reactions? You got to sit there and just think about that. Those fans ain't going nowhere. And the fact that these fans know that this gets on your nerves, they're going to keep doing it. Like, this is a sport. I keep telling y'all, sports is a simulation of war. Sports is a simulation of war. So when you're on one side, somebody on the other side, it's all tribal. And you know, it's all fair and love and war. So Russ, you got to get that stuff out of your head, man. The Clippers just lost. Y'all going through a tough time. The best thing you could do is do what LeBron did and meditate. Sorry if I'm too serious, man. Fading perspective. Expecting, so accept it. Residential basketball genius that never picked up a basketball. Never touched one. Allball TV.
All ball suckers.